Hello, dear students. Today we will be talking about the political history of Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was a mosaic of territories and cultures that were chiefly bound together by a common system of government. All those who lived in the empire were subjects to a single ruler, the emperor. But they followed various cultures, religions, languages, and races. Many languages were spoken in the empire, but for the purpose of administration, Latin and Greek were the most widely used, indeed, the only official languages. Augustus was the first emperor who established monarchy in 27 BCE. He was also called the Principate, although Augustus was the sole ruler of the only real source of authority. The fiction was kept alive that he was only the leading citizen, not the absolute ruler. This was done out of respect for the Senates. Who were the Senates? Senate was the body which had controlled Rome earlier, in the days when it was a republic. The Senate had existed in Rome for centuries and had been and remained a body representing the aristocracy, that is, the wealthiest families of Roman and later Italian descent, mainly landowners. Next to the emperor and the Senate, the other key institution of imperial rule was the army. Romans had a paid professional army, where soldiers had to put in a minimum of 25 years of service. The army was the largest single organized body in the empire, with 6 lakh soldiers in the 4th century. The soldiers would constantly agitate for better wages and service conditions. These agitations often took the form of mutinies. The emperor, the aristocracy, and the army were the 3 main players in the political history of the empire. The success of individual emperors depended on their control of the army, and when the armies were divided, the result usually was civil war. Except for one notorious year, 69 CE, when 4 emperors mounted the throne in quick succession, the first 2 centuries were free from civil war. There were external warfare as well. External warfare was also much less common in the first 2 centuries. The empire inherited by the Tiberius from Augustus was already so vast that further expansion was felt to be unnecessary. The only major campaign of expansion in the early empire was Trajan's fruitless occupation of territory across the Euphrates in the year 113 70 CE, abandoned by his successors. Later on, we will be studying in detail about Trajan, Augustus, Diocletian. The Roman Empire had 2 types of territories. They were dependent kingdoms and provincial territory. The Near East was full of dependent kingdoms, but they disappeared and swallowed up by Rome. These kingdoms were exceedingly wealthy. For example, Herod's kingdom. A city in the Roman Empire was an empire urban center with its own magistrates, city council, and a territory containing villages which were under its jurisdiction. Thus, one city could not be in the territory of another city, but villages almost always were. Villages could be upgraded to the status of cities and vice versa, usually as a mark of imperial favor. One crucial advantage of living in a city was essential commodities were better provided for during food shortages and even famines than the countryside. Public baths were a striking feature of Roman urban life, and urban populations also enjoyed a much higher level of entertainment. For example, one calendar tells us that spectacular shows filled no less than 176 days of the year.